Gary Gensler got his buttocks handed to him yesterday in court. But before I get in the middle of that, hey, I just started trading again. September's almost over with. I'm a big believer in Biget. I've got a link in the description. I'm also big on dollar cost averaging. Trading can be it can be one of those things where it's detrimental to you if you don't have a good system in place. Pretty much the thing that works the best is just dollar cost averaging little bits as much as you can every day, every week, every month. But let's get into this. So you've got the chairman of Congress who's asking Gary if Bitcoin is a security.
Comments on this. You believe Bitcoin is not a security. Is that true?
Well, I think the staff of the SEC have also, and the prior chair.
I'm just asking you this question, and this is not a gotcha. I thought this was going to be an easy softball into harder questions. Do you think Bitcoin is a security?
I think I've said this in the past that I think that it doesn't
I'm asking you
meet the
to
Howey
answer
test.
my question now. This is not supposed to be hard.
And this is an MIT professor, Gary Gensler, who's now the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission for big banks. And what do we think about big banks? Big banks, they hold the money, and therefore they try to manipulate the rules. So the guy's in a rock and a hard spot for sure.
I know. I said it
Just
doesn't
he
not
knows
meet the
mathematically.
Howey test, which is the
Okay.
law of the land about being an
So
investment
it doesn't meet the
contract
Howey
or
test.
security.
So therefore, it's a commodity. Is that fair?
I would say it's not a security, and then the test is otherwise for other.
And what's even more interesting is Coinbase. Dude, I love Coinbase. It's one of the only exchanges that I use because it's doing both. It is helping guys with crypto, being decentralized, but then it's on the New York Stock Exchange. It's a public company, so it's helping the banks out. It's like a good middle ground, right? Bitcoin maximalists hate it because it's supporting the government, and then people like me love it because it's a mixture, right? We're getting into Internet 3.0 where things are going to be more decentralized. But I digress. You've got the Coinbase stand for crypto shield here, which in 2017 we saw the buy Bitcoin behind Yellen. So this is pretty cool. I like it's a notepad, but now it's a cell phone. Very, very interesting. And back in 2018, when Gary Gensler was an MIT professor, so the dude knows cryptography and he knows what some of these coins are and what they represent. This is what he says.
Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those four? They're not security.
Very, very interesting. So going back to court, they're asking him, who should we believe? Should we believe the MIT professor or the guy that's getting bankrolled by big banks, who's supporting big banks? The guys on Wall Street that during the whole GameStop stuff is like, retail investors shouldn't have this. They shouldn't do this. Dude, we still have information that is far behind. There's no insider trading. You know, the whole Wall Street bets was somewhat kind of what it was. They found over-leveraged shorts on very different stocks, AMD. You had, of course, GameStop, and then, they were pumping up Dogecoin and that sort of thing. They're actually making a movie about it, which is pretty interesting. But it's all delayed information versus the banks. They call each other up. Nothing really happens. And now we have similar tools with our cell phones and having charts, everything at our fingertips. We have the futures contracts. We have options. We have commission-free trading, which is somewhat bad because you got to wait for an order book to be big enough. So there's some slippage there. But again, I'm digressing more. Let's listen to what she has to say.
I'm confused at which Gary Gensler, the American public, should believe. The academic version, who spoke glowingly about the power of technology to help more investors participate in U.S. and global capital markets, or the SEC version, who apparently thinks all use of any technology by broker-dealers and investment advisors is inherently conflicted, and firms should just stop using technology altogether. Chair Gensler, could you please briefly explain this change in your views?
Thank you for the question, a clever question. It's the same Gary Gensler. It's not my identical twin brother, Rob.
See, he laughs about it, but he knows inside that those Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin are not securities. Most of them are not. XRP just got ruled not a security, and it's honestly the closest thing to. And then finally, you got Congress saying his ties with FTX. You've had a lot of people that were super close inside FTX, even a lot of YouTubers that were getting paid big money from FTX. I, for one, was like, this exchange rose. I've got a bunch of TikToks on it where I was like, this is bad. This is bad news. And anyway, it all went down in a hurry. Things go down faster than they go up. So when something goes up incredibly fast, it's kind of be a little wary. And I know that's a little hypocritical in the crypto space because Bitcoin has risen so fast, but it's such a small percentage of the population. Anyway, the point is he's withholding information, and Congress is asking him, hey, we're equal forms of government. You need to give us information in a timely manner. And if you don't, we're going to have to subpoena you. So let's listen to it.
Refuse to be transparent with Congress regarding your interactions with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. That's the investigation we started last Congress. Finally, your lack of responsiveness to this committee's legitimate oversight continues to be unacceptable. And I want to finish here. In February, the committee made multiple requests for documents to the Securities Exchange Commission. This is normal congressional oversight. Yet 7 months later, the committee has not received a single non-public document that was not part of a FOIA production. Routinely complied with congressional oversight. So let me be clear. I do not want to be the first chairman of this committee to issue a subpoena to the Securities Exchange Commission. And you should not want to be the first SEC chair to receive a congressional subpoena. Either we find a path forward where the SEC recognizes Congress as a co-equal branch of government.
You know that Gary's hiding information, and I don't get why he's declining a spot ETF. We already have a futures ETF for crypto, and if it's not a security, boom, get it out there. It's going to happen, and it's probably waiting for the next election, right? Right before, well, the election is happening next December, and the halving is going to happen in April, May. But it's going to be good time for somebody to take credit. My view is it's going to be Biden is going to take credit, saying, hey, we need to get this thing out there. And then, boom, everybody starts making some more money. Things are healthy. So then you're like, hey, I want to keep this guy in office. When, come on, let's be honest here. Has the last 3.5 years, 3 years, hasn't been good, right? I can make a post right now and get 1,000 people asking, hey, are you investing right now? Can you invest? Can you afford? Or do you not have any money to go around? They're all going to say, the majority of them, not going to have any money to go around. Everybody is zero, right, as far as they've already spent the money. They already thought the bottom, whatever. But the economy is hurting. Gas is up. Inflation is up. Houses are up. Interest rates are up. Everything is so expensive. And, there's somebody to blame, but they need to have something good. So that's what I believe in the backhand. So here, we'll finish.
And is responsive to our oversight duties, or my option is to issue a subpoena. It's time for you to consider the lasting consequences of your actions, and what that means to the Securities Exchange Commission's reputation long term. While your time in this role may be temporary, the repercussions for your actions may be permanent.
So he is the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. However, there's always a bigger fish. There's somebody is pulling the strings on this stuff. For sure. And it's a bummer. It's a bummer to hear, and that's why I'm for crypto. And honestly, I do a lot of stocks and everything as well, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. We'll go over that stuff. My portfolio is actually bigger in stocks than it is in crypto. Crypto is just more exciting because it moves faster. Anyway, till next time, this is Johnny Crypto, here to help you guys make some money.